Hello and welcome to a brand new episode of Black, White, and Red All Over. I'm Victor Dandridge, the hardest working man in comics.
Ryan Seymour, king of Comic Town here in Columbus, Ohio.
Bam! And we are back for a brand new week of amazing books that you guys are going to love when you get to the local comic shop. We just got to them first. So we're going to tell you which ones you need to be getting. Because you do.
Yeah.
You need help.
Some ridiculously good books this week.
Man, there was a bunch of books. Considering that you didn't get the DC books yet.
Yeah, DC is on a FedEx truck somewhere in the Midwest.
It's coming. Look, the lights were out on 161. Makes sense.
Yeah.
So it's on its way. 2 days late. But whatever. Still, there's a bunch of stuff that we read. So for our good reads that we should read, we got two that are the same.
Two that are the same.
One that's different. Where do you want to start?
Okay, so you've been high on Radiant Black for a little while now. It's the whole universe.
It's crazy, right? Like, I'll jump in and out, and with this one's deep. Okay, Radiant Black 15, Higgins, Seigel, Ferragato, Monty, Carey. This one's fun, right? I mean, we're talking world building. We've got two characters that are being put together as a fan film. So, I mean, the things that all of us geeks love to do. Story-wise, this is fun. There's a lot of cool things. The thing that I most want to shout out, and I haven't watched yet because my phone was low, but I'm going to watch this before I leave.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, whoever...
Next level.
Was that marketing at Image? Was that the creative... Oh my...
I don't even
That's
care.
Amazing.
But wait. Just to see that it's real. Like, it's gotta be.
It's... Oh my gosh.
Right? Amazing. So, yeah. Everybody that's making, like, independent comics right now, step your game up. This is a multimedia platform from here on out. I don't want to hear, like, oh, I just like to read my comics in my hand. No. You're not allowed to do that anymore. Kyle has thrown down the gauntlet. Step it up. Make it happen. It's necessary.
You know who would be good for that?
No. Would he? You think he would do something like that?
I don't know.
I think he would, actually.
Yeah.
And it would blow up.
Pretty cool.
That would be amazing.
Yeah.
Which one would you... Which book would you like to see him do that on first?
Dang it, I don't know.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, that's tougher than thinking of the person. Let me meditate on that.
All right, fair game. When you read this book, you will see the thing that we're talking about. Multimedia is the key. I want to know which series you would like to see get that kind of treatment. That would be amazing.
Because you could do like a 30-second, 1 minute, just like short.
And it's amazing. I just want it. I need to do this. I need to figure out how. I'll go to Fiverr. I don't even care. I'll figure it out. I'll kickstart just that for my next book. Amazing.
That'd be awesome.
Yes.
Man, now I'm like,
I'm
what?
sorry.
It's so freaking cool.
It's amazing. It's such it's dope. All right.
I feel cheated.
Don't feel cheated.
Access to that kind of technology, and no, seriously, when you
get there, you'll see. Okay, Grimm. Hit me with the Grimm. Let's go.
Boom Studios, Grimm number 2. Stephanie Phillips Flaviano and Rico Renzi. All right, so this is the story of in the afterlife.
Okay.
The Grim Reaper, Death itself, has kind of a farm league that he or she or it or whatever it chooses to be in that moment, has a group of deceased people that have been brought on board to do the dirty work. Like, they go out and they find the people that are dying and they take them to the other side. So in the first issue, one of the Reapers lost their scythe. A human got it and went like on a dumbass spree. And in this issue, comeuppance happens because you have to balance the universe. So like there's that action. And then we start to find out that maybe there's a little bit more to the protagonist's backstory, because there are certain holes in their memory that other people don't have, and there's certain things that they're able to do that maybe they're not supposed to.
Ew.
Yeah, no, it is absolutely gorgeous. Like, it's the scenes where the supernatural stuff is happening are nightmare fuel, and it's so. And whoever, like, I don't know if it's Stephanie with the music background for this particular character that was a rock star. They have impeccable taste in music, and that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nope. I need that as a poster, though. That's kind of amazing.
Yeah, it's super, super awesome. I think issue 1 is part of the Boom Retailer program where they can strip cover return.
Okay.
It did go to a second print. That sold out. There's a third print that hits this week. But, yeah, we somehow lucky and over-ordered, so we got number 1 first print still.
Yes.
But yeah, it is really, really good stuff.
Grab that up. Let's do what the town called Terror.
Yeah.
Let's do that
This
one.
book is so...
Steve Niles, Simon Kodransky. This is... Okay, so again, in talking about the multimedia, cinematic nature of a book, this is telling you guys, like, if you think comics are just this static thing, no longer. The way that they do transitions through panels, that would be like on camera, they would be actual film transitions. Insane. Yeah, absolutely insane.
Yeah, it's blocked out. Like Simon's got this eye for it that's almost like a cinematographer more than just like that.
Brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
In the scenes where magical stuff is happening, is crazy. At some point we're gonna see them doing a Doctor Strange comic, right?
Are. Like, yeah. If not, Marvel, do something. Yeah, like take a moment. Yeah, look at this art and know, like, this is one of those. Especially because it's such a limited palette. Like, the color palette is super stark and scarce, but it's so dramatic at the same time. Yeah, how do you get that much mileage out of grayscale and then reds? Right. But it's so gorgeous. Hints of blue. Hints. Amazing. Yeah, it's just gorgeous. It's the story of this dude who comes from a family that inhabits... We didn't talk about the book. Yeah, look, it's beautiful. Steve Niles kills it on the writing. It's supernatural. It's horror. It's this small town that nobody can really get to unless they're supposed to be there. Right. The son is from one of the leading families in it. He escaped, started a life outside in the rest of the world. But he gets drawn back in.
Yeah, and you find out that it's a town where monsters live. Yes. Like, there's a Frankenstein family. There's, like, pretty much every other... There's, like, an issue where there's a bunch of movie villains from stuff, and I still think that's Phantasm, although it could be Poltergeist. But Phantasm, I'm just a Phantasm dork.
That's fair.
And, like, the kid now is trapped. Well, he's not trapped.
Well, no, I mean, he is.
He is trapped.
But he's trapped because he's got a purpose that he's supposed to fulfill, and he's not allowed to leave until he does. Yeah. And this is kind of a slower burn issue. So definitely, like, a nice little change of pace, but it's still beautiful. Yeah. But to see, like, how he interacts with some of the other citizens of this town called Terror. You should read it.
Yeah. And one of the family's names is West. Yeah. So, like...
Hints. Get it?
It's
no?
There.
All right. Fine.
Yeah. Everybody involved in that book is a huge horror nerd.
Everybody. Literally. All right.
This continues to be so much fun.
Why is it so good? I don't understand.
Like, you shouldn't be able to do a Lovecraftian horror
with kids.
It's like...
And yet...
They succeed.
And yet. The Ocean Will Take Us, issue 3 from AfterShock. Rich Doick, is that how you want to say that?
I believe so, and I apologize if we're wrong.
Right, and Carlos Oliveras. Again, this is so fun. Like, if AfterShock is now dedicated to a YA-friendly line, this is the lead piece of that. Like, still in the very kooky, semi-horror space. It works really well. I will point out that I wonder, and we were talking about this off camera, if there is a language barrier in terms of Carlos and Rich, like, designing some of these things, because there are some emotions that play very differently from what you would think, or at least the lettering suggests, right? Some of these things where there's supposed to be a sense of maybe fear. It looks like absolute joyous elation. Yeah. And
which I could see both.
Right. Like, is it happy? Like, this is crazy. Like, I don't know. So I'm curious, because, I mean, this two-page spread is my question mark. Yeah. But at the same time, it's freaking gorgeous. Yeah. Like, the art is so lively, and the design and composition is fantastic.
The color choices also. It gives the book such a young vibe.
Yes.
And to be able to have a book that speaks to young adults and, like, a nearly 50-year-old dude with a hairline that starts somewhere on his back, like, is such a really cool balance.
It is a great balance. Great balance. The character designs are great. Like, when you see a character that's supposed to be bad, no matter how much someone loves them, they look bad.
Yeah. They look bad. It's so... It finally hit me. For whatever reason, Trent looks like Murdoch from the gorillas. Like, for whatever reason, that's who he looks like to
You
me.
are absolutely right.
And it hit me today, and I'm like, I don't trust that bassist.
At all. Oh, I'm not happy. I'm feeling sad.
Oh, what? Ugh. I need to know more about how this company is a town
Right?
on the ocean
Yeah.
that is basically populated by this people that work at this energy company.
Right?
And the swim team is exceptionally good.
Yes.
But it appears, as we've seen in previous issues, that there is some connection to some cult or some kind of thing that's in the water that is tentacly, that is amorphous.
Black substance that maybe might, I don't know. I will say that what the company is building, though, I mean, on its surface,
sounds really good.
That sounds fantastic. And I want to know if that's actually in practice right now. Because if it's not, why are we dumb?
Because we're stupid.
I mean,
as a species, we're stupid.
It's crazy because, like, considering even the ecological setup that's very real, I'm like, well, what a smart way to use that, and there you go.
Now, instead, the power companies are probably figuring out a way to have tentacle monsters. Like, we could have clean natural energy or a tentacle monster,
or you know, it'd be amazing.
Oh man,
not light. You know, we want infinite epic darkness. That's what we want.
Tentatively call it. God.
How many tickles does it take to make
Tickles the Tentacle monster?
10 tickles.
It's like, make it purple, give it a cowboy hat. It's like the mascot for AEP. Oh, it's Tickles.
Tickle your power. I'm sorry. That was bad. That was so bad. But those are some good reads that you should read, and it is time now for us to get to the must-reads. If you only got a couple of dollars in your pocket, these are the books that must go home with you. Okay, so we've got, what? Two of those same, one that's different. Where do you want to start?
All right. Dan Slott's coming off this book here in an issue or two. Where is he taking us?
The Reckoning. The Reckoning is happening. The Reckoning is here. This is one of those long-form, big, old-school Marvel joints, right? When I came into comics, it was stories like this that mattered, right? These were the things that were supposed to, shake the heavens, and the status quo will never be the same. You find out things about the Watchers and all their powers and what they were responsible for. Did they just watch? Maybe, maybe not. And when they interfered, what did they do? I will show you what a Watcher did.
That's actually...
Let's see. Where are you at? Where are you? Because they show it.
Oh.
Yeah, you recognize what that is.
Yeah.
Used it. Yes, that's
huge.
A lot. That's huge, beyond huge. And so to know that that's the way that he's trying to leave this is definite mic drop. Huge fan of the history of Marvel Comics that he's playing around with, which is always fun. When you have somebody that's dedicated to the history and they go, okay, now it's my turn.
Yeah.
He's clearly a kid that played with these toys and acted out some fantasies as a child, and now he gets to do it for real. Very nice. Very, very nice. So, yes. Grab that up. Reckoning War.
It's good stuff.
Yeah.
All right, from Image Comics, I'm a sucker for Jay Lee's art.
I mean, I don't blame you.
They're just
how do you not?
You could draw the phone book, whatever, and I would buy it. So I had to pick up Seven Sons Part 1, written by Robert Wyndham and Kelvin Mao. Jay on the art. Jun Chung, I think, was doing the colors.
That is just graphically brilliant.
Yeah, it's just, even if you can't read English, like myself up until I was 30.
Wow.
It is such a beautiful book. It takes place in what's called New Canaan. It was Las Vegas. There's some stuff that's happened. And it is this weird, glitzy, and dirty city that... It's in the 70s.
Okay.
President Carter had 2 terms, so that's how you know it's an alternate universe.
Right.
And you find out this story is taking place on the day the second coming of Christ is arriving.
Okay.
There is a stadium that seats 1 million people that is sold out. So, and I'm like, how do these fools know that this is going to happen?
Yeah.
The Seven Sons is a reference to that, and one of them... supposedly
is
but it is all jacked up. We're talking like 1980s level television preachers. There's
That's right.
rival religions that
Man.
aren't a fan of any of that action.
That's amazing.
Yeah. And then there might be an eighth person. Yeah, it is super cool. It is super dirty. Yeah, it's that like high level. I'll be honest. I wasn't familiar with Robert or Kelvin's stories in the past.
Now you're changed.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sorry, y'all.
Okay.
I messed up because
no.
this is so good.
This is your chance. Let me ask you this: based on the setup, is this a modern take on God Loves, Man Kills?
A little bit, because there's going to be people in here that aren't.
Yeah.
Like they may look good,
but
they ain't. Like, and we just don't know who they are yet. So we've just this is this.
I'm mad because I had choices. Okay, I had to make choices. There were a lot of books.
There were a lot of books
there
this
really
week.
Were. And I looked at it. And I was like, I'm gonna pass this time and I'm gonna come back.
It's really good.
Choices were made, regrets are had.
But there's no regrets in these two books.
Oh my god.
Not whatsoever.
Do a Powerbomb number 1. Let's talk about it. Daniel Warren Johnson, Mike Spicer.
If you haven't read any of their other stuff in the past, stop, pause right now, do a Google search, track down their works, because it's all good.
Learn yourself. How do you talk about it? So, Daniel Warren Johnson is one of the greatest storytellers of our generation. And I mean that with no, like, it just is fact. Like, there's nothing else that one can say that will disrupt that. From Wonder Woman Dead Earth to Better Ray Bill to whatever he decides he could draw blood and it will tell a story, okay? Literally, punch you in the face, draw blood, and there's a story in it. His illustrative power is unmatched. I mean, all the way since Murder Falcon, when I first got onto it.
Yeah, just everything, and Spicer's colors, just
perfect. Muted in the right way, bright where they need to be. It's crazy. Like, this is a story interwoven and complete. Okay, so we're in this world where it's wrestling, right?
Professional, like big over the top, Japanese wrestling circuit.
And an accident happens that, because of this, I'm like, I feel like this was orchestrated.
Yeah.
There is something to this, because that individual
pops up a little bit earlier, and I'm like, there's something.
Who is you? You are something, and you are a problem. I know you are, because look at you.
Yeah.
The
way that they make me fall in love. They Darth Mauled me.
Yeah.
Because I was absolutely in love with this character.
Yeah.
And when the setup happens that propels the actual story forward, that is a panel I'm not coming back from for a little while.
I was like, nah.
Right?
Nah. That's not where we're...
There's going to be a page-turn reveal that's going to take us from Mordor back to the Shire.
No.
Which makes the rest of the story really kick into high.
This one?
Oh, my God. Dude.
I shed no man tears. Okay? I'm on camera right now. I'm telling you, I didn't shed not a single man tear.
I was in the bathroom cutting onions. Because...
Exactly.
A panel can't tell us...
Needed a lot of onions. And... Yeah. That's... Yeah.
So,
Broken.
It's an amazing family story.
Yeah.
You care about these people. You understand the motivations of everybody. And then there's that twist thrown in that I'm like...
That twist at the end, I was like, wait, where is this going?
Yeah.
Where is this going? And it makes you go back and you realized how the seeds are truly there. I mean, like, literally, when that person is watching, the setting, the scenery around the television.
Yeah, it's all there.
Suggests, like, oh, there's something dark here. Like, what is this?
And then when you see what really is, you're like...
Oh. I am looking forward to anyone cosplaying as that character.
Yeah.
At a con in the near future. I want it to happen.
Yeah.
Pretty please.
It'd be so cool.
I appreciate this story.
Yeah.
Like the backup story as to how this came about. Inspiration comes from anywhere. Sometimes it's a non-sleeping baby.
Yeah.
And that is real. Okay. As a father, I know there's some things that we've figured out that maybe we forgot once we actually got to sleep, but like we solved world hunger at least twice while the baby just wouldn't go to sleep. It's true.
Yeah.
It's true. Okay. I'm just telling you.
When you're an hour 3.5.
Right.
You're like, you've already had one binky. Go back to sleep.
But you know what could work? You know, if we actually planted seeds under, it's the whole thing.
Now, this one's already been optioned for a movie, I think.
Yeah.
So I went in with really high expectations. Like, this was worthy of somebody cutting a check. So
Before the book even dropped.
Yeah.
Right? That's Mark Miller.
Yeah.
Right? Like, that's how that happens. A Calculated Man. Paul Tobin, Alberto Albuquerque, AfterShock.
Come for the story, stay for the text message
Oh
thread.
my God, that
in
was
the
so
back.
great. So great. Okay. Imagine you are a super mathematician, right? Like numbers are life to you. Like you see them everywhere. Calculations, equations is a language that you know intimately. What would you do for a living? What could you do for a living? What is the most lucrative thing possible for you in life?
Science would be fun, but unless you're one of them TV scientists, you're not going to make a lot of money.
No, not at all. Not at all. And I'm imagining that my man is somewhat on the spectrum, which accounts for his mathematic ability, but also this thing that he can't do.
Yeah, which will it take away from?
Like,
is it a spoiler?
We can't tell that. We can't tell that.
Yeah,
because it's a magical part of the story. There's a thing he can't do, and
it forces the story.
It's such the most brilliant way possible, because you're like, all right, so he can't. Wait, if he. Okay, well, hold on now.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Oh, that is interesting. Like, this guy who has now been, I don't know, taken by the underworld, trying to create a new life.
Yeah, but not out of any necessarily goodness in his heart.
No. He's solved the equation. Yeah. Okay, he has solved it. He knows what he has to do. And now it's just about going about the business of doing it.
Yeah.
It's just that simple. But when you talk about this man's execution, wow.
Yeah, chef's kiss.
Wow.
Because I think we can safely say that he's an accountant.
Yes, he is.
For a crime family.
Yes, he is.
And he wants out.
Very much so.
But not because he's like, you know what, guys, this is
wrong. No. His rationale and reasoning for wanting out
makes 100% sense.
Because, like, listen, when
it's gonna come up,
if he explained it to me, I'd be like, yeah, dude, like, you know what? You definitely have earned it.
Yeah.
You know, you've never stolen from me. Yeah. I know. Like, without question, I know.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what? Go on with it. I get it.
There was a price he had to pay to get out, which sets this.
Why do you turn on that? The guy that can do that?
Yeah.
You don't go after him.
Yeah.
You don't. I can tell you who's not the calculated man. Them.
Yeah.
Like, they're bad at it.
Just let him. Oh my gosh. In this whole. His.
Amazing.
His way to get out of the situation makes perfect sense.
Completely.
And oh my gosh, this entire issue, basically, there's two stories happening. One, where it's police that interact with him and they're having a discussion about him. And the other is him driving around with somebody and the conversation that he's having with them about how his future plans are going to move forward. And
amazing.
It's so funny.
It's so good. I can't wait to watch this.
Right?
Like, amazing. Okay, so based on this design, who is he?
I don't know. That's the thing. As I was reading it, I was trying to think of somebody who would play the character.
Immediately, I'm thinking Walton Goggins.
Okay.
There's something about him that I'm just like, it's the hair. Yeah. It's something about the hair.
It's interesting because I was wondering, like, in the process of creating the book, at what point did the option for the movie happen?
Right.
Like, had the art already been done? Because if it hadn't, it'd be like one of those interesting things of like, here's the character drawn how we think a particular actor might.
Right.
But
man,
yeah, it's so
fun and it's smart.
Yeah,
it's very, very smart. Like, we're not just talking like, oh, there's math and it's smart. Like, everything that's happening is a very wise story being told.
Yeah,
and it's amazing. But you're absolutely right. The text messages at the back are literally the best part. Like, this is crazy. Yeah. Absolutely crazy. I enjoyed this a lot.
Yeah.
And
yeah, like there's the fact that the limitation that he has
yes.
isn't a limitation for the storytellers.
No.
Like, they team up and they use it for like
brilliant.
Oh my gosh.
Absolutely brilliantly. I adored this. This is amazing. This is why AfterShock, man. Like, without question. Ask, like, who are some of the best, like, publishers in the business right now? If AfterShock's not at the top of your list is wrong. Like, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Like, I mean that with all due respect to everybody else in the game. If AfterShock is not at the top, your list is wrong. Right? It's got to be in your top 3.
Yeah.
Worst case, top 5?
Yeah, because there's every week, Diamond puts out their like final order cutoff where retailers have to say like, I want this many of whatever. And the way it's broken down as far as like a shareable thing, to show guests, it's got Dark Horse, Boom, Image, Marvel, DC, and other.
Wow.
And I get every week, as I'm like editing it so it's usable for our stuff, I get upset because I'm like, dude, we got
some respect on their name.
Yeah, we got all the people at AfterShock.
Yeah.
And then we've got all the people at Behemoth and all the people at
Vault, like Black Mask. You just get othered?
Yeah, you're other. Like, yo, guys, this is
right now they're the business.
Right?
Wow. I mean, it's whatever. Be the sleeping giant that they don't even see coming because, man, you guys tell great stories. And we enjoy it every week.
Every week.
Every week. In fact, we're here every week. So if you want to see us, what should they do?
I would hit like.
Yeah.
Because that tells YouTube that other people should watch.
Yeah.
And hit subscribe with the bell. Not just for Taco Bell.
That's right.
Because sponsor us, Taco Bell.
Yeah, I was going to say they are just read it.
Yeah.
We should do that. We should.
That's one of my hashtags and everything I like do for like TikTok has
like
sponsor me Taco Bell.
Okay, we'll jump on that. I don't even eat Taco Bell, but I'll do that for you. Because of you.
One day.
Do that. Yes. Boom. Baja Blast it. Baja. Y'all. That's how we're going to do it. Yeah. Till next week.
Toodles.
Bye.